wait for that to update. Come on. Right, yeah, sound checking on that and sound checking on that sort of noise and that sort of noise and that sort of noise. And again. And again. Good, good. Right, good evening everyone, to those people who are watching live and those watching later, to Autocare's Sprint Endurance Series, Season 8, Round 4. Still waiting for a few more to join, I think. I can think of a few people missing. So, while that's waiting, I'll just reel off Championship standings, which you should be able to see. So we've got Scary Biker. I'm sure, I think he's, last we knew, he's updating his PlayStation for the latest, update thing, whatever it was. So that, and I think there's GT7. Someone's joining, could even be him. But anyway, Scary Biker's leading the championship, 175 points, looking good. Gear Kayla is in, he's second on 160. That 15-point lead is actually a pretty big one. And then we got Dan Young in third, 158. So given he's doing quite well, I'd expect him to turn up, but he isn't here yet. Got Johnny, he's just joining the room now. He's in fourth on 147. We've got Ricky in fifth. Ricky's in on 137. We've got Scav, who was around earlier. Expect him to join as well. He's in sixth on 130. Chris in seventh on 123. He got Gaming on 8th and 98. Not expecting to see him because of last I knew wheel issues. We've got Nana 9th on 94 and Footer. He is in 10th and on 93. So I think we're waiting for at least one more. Still reduced lobby. If anyone is interested in joining, we are aiming to do prize money for this, not necessarily just for winning, it could be anything. Best livery, best spin, best recovery, best overtake, who knows. But there's going to be prize money on this. But I think it's going to be delayed start, I'm guessing. So I'll just have a look to see what's going on. So I've got Falcon setting the pace at the moment. Oh, I've got an outbreak running. Well, I'll go have a look, see what's going on anyway, and I'll talk to myself then if no one else. If you're watching back on the VODs, I think the adverts come in at different times, if at all. So, anyway. Let's have a look, see what Falcon's doing. In fact, Falcon must be playing guest driver because he's not in the championship standings, is he? Oh yeah. Anyway, let's go and see who's out there. Which used to have a practice scrap. So it's no tyre wear, softs, modded Cayman GT4s. Nice. Don't touch barriers there. It's a catastrophic spin. Yeah, fully body cars, full setup allowed. All you got to do is make sure you meet the power requirements, which is 543 brake and 1300 kilos of weight. So gear Kayla has slightly less PP. I'm guessing that's just under wing settings. Here comes Scary Biker. I didn't think he'd miss this, seeing he's leading the championship. So that might mean we're just waiting for Dan Young. Let's have a look. Could check the Discord. Easier just to ask. So could be 8, maybe 9. Room for plenty more. Phone pinging. Ah, okay. Thank you very much. So Scav, although he was around, is apparently still not feeling well. Okay. And Dan might make the endurance. The NOS users are Nana, Fuds and Chris. Okie doke. So that must mean they're about ready to go then. So Falcon might be here for a second go at this round. What did he do yesterday? Was it a couple of second places and I think he was in the Mustang, wasn't he? Did he come second in every race? He might have done actually. So practice laps continue. High speed ring. Old classic track. Minimum downforce for everyone, I imagine. Right. Kill that ad. Who's host? Here's Nana. Just noticed the crowd. It rained earlier, and the crowd put on coats when it rains, or they have coats when it rains and it's crappy. And when it's sunny, they're in t-shirts and shorts. How cool is that? What a nice touch. Yeah, Project Motor Racing, the crowd looked like something from a year 2000 computer game. Unbelievable difference. Alright, let's get this on. So it looks like it's going to be 8 then. But as these guys prove, you don't need many of them to have a fun race. So I think Nana is on NOS, yeah, so is Fudder, so is Chris. Expect those three to beast away at the start. And they do. Ricky's had a good run, but it won't be for long because the three in front of him all got NOS. He can only try and settle in and get a bit of a toe somewhere maybe. Oh, it's going to be 4, 5 wide. Are they even going to make it 6? Yeah, make it 6 wide. Or Ricky takes another hit. And he's going to survive it though, for once. Take Chris and Fudder leading the way. So with 5 minutes, I think it was 3 laps yesterday. Look at this 4. All going into the corner, I think. Yeah, it was Johnny going out wide. So it looks like it's going to be a straight fight with Chris and Fudder for the tactical use of the NOS. Both looking fairly similar at the minute. Kayla can only just slot in and follow. And hope they get too busy using it up or something and run themselves out. Looks like they are going to scrap. And I think Chris, no, it might be Fudder, might have a slight advantage on the NOS at the minute, and he does. And they're not drafting each other. No, they are now. So Fudder's going to go down the inside. Tight line doesn't usually work here though, but he's done it. And Kayla is now right with him. Can he do anything going down the inside of this corner? No, just having a look. Scary's following through with Falcon, Nana, Johnny, Ricky recovering yet again. So Scary's up to 3rd. Obviously had a better run out of that corner than Kayla did. So we'll find out what happened there actually. I think Kayla skimmed the wall, he did. And that was that. Fudder making room for it. He's used less NOS than Chris. Scary was in slipstream range, but he's just lost it. Falcon's just at slipstream range as well, so it's really about the front two. Nana and Johnny. So unfortunately Ricky and Kayla, he's had a big moment somewhere as well. Was that the last corner, I bet? Yeah, lost him losing it. You lose the slipstream on this track. Forget it. Race over. You'll never recover it. So it looks like the front 4 are all sort of in about drafting range, so Chris getting really nice and close up to Fudder there. Jinx to the inside. But Fudder's having none of it, they're both on the button. Fudder's got way more NOS though. So Chris has got to be very tactical here if he's going to use it and win this race. Falcon and Scary can only really watch. I mean, it's the battle for 1st and the battle for 3rd. It's probably not going to be anything else. And Nana and Johnny are not finished. Nana's got a little bit of NOS left though, enough to defend. Oh, so Chris sliding right out wide. to Falcon because of Chris sliding around. Is up to second. I suspect he's going to stand on the brakes at the end though and let everyone pass because he's a guest driver. He's just here to advertise the X-Files. No, it wasn't. No, it's not X-Files. It's Caleb does X-Files, isn't it? He's here to advertise Pink Floyd. Johnny and Nana side by side. Nana's nossing past him. So that'll take a bit of effort for him to improve on that position. Footer sliding against the barriers. So they have a smidgen of nos left. Falcon, if he wanted to, could probably break that gap. Ricky and Caleb across the line. Oh. So Chris has actually got a bit more nos left than Footer now, so it's going to be interesting to see what happens on that battle for second. Whether Falcon's going to just take this or not. We'll see. He's going to pull over. Is he? No, he's going to take it. Footer wins. No, sorry, Falcon wins. Footer's second. Chris third. Scary fourth. Scary with liking that. For his championship position. And Nana's going to come in fifth. Out of nos. Johnny six. Okay. So, and the fight between Scary Barker and Kayla, that's a very good result for Scary. So Falcon wins and fastest lap, and that's pretty good given he didn't have nos. And then we got Footer, Chris picking up a good point, Scary, so extending his lead over Kayla. He finished 8th, and then Johnny, Ricky. So, just switch over to the 10-minute sprint. I don't know if Young... Oh yes, I remember him saying now he was leaving work late and stuck in traffic. I'm still getting invites for people to say come and play Project Motor Racing, and I have not got the game. I've never downloaded it. I've had a refund. How can I stop that pestering? Delete notification settings. I can't see a way to actually stop that from pestering me. Come back to that and I'll tell him to stop pestering me, or I'm gonna, I don't know, report you for harassment or some crap. Right, anyway, 10-minute sprint, everything else the same, still the same reverse championship order. Top 3 on the grid get nos when it's set. Should be good to go pretty soon. Yeah, okay. Spectate quick, get that on. Go in the middle, front 3, all with the nos available. probably see it from Ricky's point of view that they're just going to beast away. There's a good start, but then they just go. So again, Caleb sets himself up to be second best to the rest. And Scary following. Falcon's way behind. So last time, yesterday, we did see some good tactical use of the NOS. Feathers he's quite a bit already. And it did seem to work out quite well for him. So we'll see how that goes. Like the only advantage that can be gained through the twisty section. So get Kayla. Instead of Seaman is now Seaman best of the rest. Falcon's back in the mix. Meanwhile, Fudder and Chris look to make their escape. It's a better last corner from Fudder, staying away from the barrier. And then there's Low, but now on the button. Still on the button. Still on the button. And then Kayla's even indicating, yeah, just pass me, there's nothing I can do, I know. Although, he's going to come back. So, that was quite well done. Falcon skimming the barrier, but it looks like everyone's pretty much together. All about trying to stay within that draft. So Chris has got a bit wide there. There's Kayla and Falcon now, best of the rest. So what do? Do they try and bump draft each other? And the answer is yes. I think you get a good 2 or 3 bump drafts down there. No, looks like he wants to go alongside. Going to go for the move. Around the outside, fastest route. Going to do Chris as well. He's going low, never works. Kayla's going to get him on exit speed as well. Yeah, there's only Ricky who's looking out of it in terms of not being with the main pack. And these three, it looks like they're probably going to go to the wire for the battle for the podium. Kayla's in the barrier, and that once you get in the barrier you can't get out of it, and it just slows you right down. So like yesterday, Footer's got a lead which is well outside of draft range, but more than half the race to go yet. So with that amount of NOS he's got, which is purely just a tactical amount, well, he might be alright actually with that amount. Yeah, they're not being quite so liberal. No, let's use a lot more. So it's 2 packs really by the looks of it. The leaders with the NOS people mixing it up. So I think Scary's probably only really interested in beating Gear Kayla here. He's put about 3 points on him since the last race, so looking pretty good so far. Like a little bit of a bump draft or bump, push, whatever. There goes Gear Kayla with a run. What's he going to do? He's going to try the overtake, but don't think that's going to work with the draft that Scary's going to have. Yep, Big Scary's just going to hold that. We're going to come down to the line you take in this corner. And they're all kind of going around the middle, or even low. That's going to allow Falcon and Footer to pull away. So let's see what Footer's got. Half a tank of NOS, halfway through the race. Over a second lead, looking fairly comfortable, not hitting the barrier. Give it a squirt down the straight. But maybe not too much, because all he has to do is maintain that lead of more than 7/10 or 3/4 of a second basically for the draft. So Chris and Scary still going at it. Scary would love Chris to use up all his NOS and get him between himself and get Kayla, I'm pretty sure. Switch back to the inside. Oops, for Chris, but won't get past down there though. He's going to try it around the outside and that'll be inside for the next corner. But Scary has momentum. Kayla could have a problem here because Chris has half a tank of NOS and can use it whenever he likes and stop Kayla from overtaking that. Oh, I think Kayla was just getting into the barrier there, but not quite. And at the front, Fodder's lost his second lead, but it looks like he's on the button just to extend it. Yeah, so Chris has gone past Scary. Now Scary is just out of drafting range from Gear Kayla now, which he won't mind at all for now, but he could lose it all with just one good corner here. Yeah, the trouble is the battling begins, and having broken the draft to Gear Kayla, he's now back in it. Down the field, Nana, Johnny, still in fairly close proximity. Looks like Ricky's been catching them both. Yeah, a few more consistent laps. 8 minutes, so what's that, 2 more laps. Falcon has the draft. And I think Fuddo is now into tactical usage of the NOS. He's not going to use it to keep the pressure off, he's just going to use it tactically, I think. Chris has a lot more NOS left though, so expect him to use that up maybe on lap 9, or use up a lot of that on lap 9 and just drop these two. So he looks down the inside, nothing doing, can get Kayla getting back, can I cut back? Not quite. So much better line from Gear Kayla through the 2 curves. Chris not on the button. So what's Fudder going to do here? Yeah, he's on the button. But that might be all he's got. So Falcon can get well, it looks like I was about to say can get, it's probably getting just enough distance getting that draft. Goes for the high line. Footer's line wasn't bad though. that fastest sector. So Falcon's he needs to really get him in this section, force Fudder to try and either use up his NOS before the line. Still sitting on that, what, 5-second boost. And we can use it to defend over the line. I think that's what's going to happen. Don't touch the barrier. Yep, and on the button, and that should be that. And he wins. With Falcon second. Good effort though. Chris has saved up his NOS, and no, he hasn't. Scary's managed to get out third. Well, that's very handy. 2 places between him and Gear Kayla. And we're going to get Johnny, looks like, and Ricky managed to get past Nana, who's out of NOS, to the line. And they finish in that order, 6th, 7th, 8th. Not bad. Have a quick look at that. So another win for Fudder in these sprint races with NOS. He's enjoying these. Falcon nearly had him. Good try. I'm sure he enjoyed that. But he got fastest lap out of it as well. Scary third, and with Gear Kayla 5th. That's more extended the lead in this little championship battle. And then Chris in 4th. Didn't quite use the NOS as tactically as Fudder did. And Johnny 6th, Ricky 7th, and Nana 8th. Right, so should now get switched over to the endurance, and that means time for a break for me. Right, I'll be back. So let's see what's going on then. So Gear Kayla's in the Mustang. Currently running mediums. This is a 2-stopper yesterday. Young's made it into the lobby. And he's, what's he on, 5 laps? Johnny on lap 4 on the mediums. Chris is on the hards. Further sliding around on the mediums. Vulcan on hards, he's in the Camaro this time. Scary, he's done the Mustang yesterday, so he's in the Camaro now. I'm sure he'll be looking to try and win this one. Oh, Ricky hitting the wall. What's Nana and she's in the Mustang and Young's in the Camaro, so. Oh, look, so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, more than I thought actually. 4v5. And Young's running slightly less power. Very different PP levels. So Chris and Ricky, I would say, and probably get Kayla as well, running quite high downforce. Oh, and Nana as well. Or quite understeery downforce, probably. Stable. Get that out of the way. What's the best thing to do? Could just do that, I suppose. Jim Beam. You're allowed to do alcohol advertising, are you? Didn't know that. Yeah, okay, about ready to go. So half an hour. Massively souped up Mustangs versus Camaros. I know they're equal power, and the Camaro seems to be the best car to have. So we're in last sprint race finishing order. Get in the middle somewhere. 30 minutes, go. And pretty even start with everyone. I think Gear Kayla might have had a slightly better run over Chris, but it's all looking fairly tame. Vulcan going for the lead at the start. So no NOS available for Fudder and Chris this time. So, couple going deep, couple going wide, couple going tight. Vulcan comes out in front. And, looking pretty controlled. Oh, Nana's had a spin though. And so early on, that's one out of the draft of the main pack. One out of it, essentially, effectively. So, Camaro. And we've got Falcon on the hards, Footer on the mediums, Scary on the mediums, get Kana first of the Mustangs on the mediums, and Young on the hards, Johnny on the mediums, Ricky on the hards, and these three are now with having small mistakes. I'm guessing they're off the main pack. So then there's essentially three. We have another small pack, Gear Kayla holding up. Two Camaros as well, but maybe not for long. There's only so much you can do in that car. So Footer leads. It's proving to be a good track this for Footer. Yep, Falcon keeps out the barrier. Scary's looking low, but usually he has you with a worse exit if that happens. Though he hasn't. He may have a less draggy setup though. So Falcon back in a draft. He's on the he's on the hard tyres though, of course. And if he's on the hard tyres, all he needs to do is allow Scary to keep Footer in sight and just stick with Scary in the slipstream. Get that overcut advantage on the tyres. So Young has managed to take it. Kayla. Johnny up next. And Chris and Ricky together. They might be able to bump draft each other. So down the straight. So Footer's already getting worse tyre wear than Scary. And Falcon is dropping off. He's used a lot less fuel, so I wonder if he's short shifting, trying to extend this stint on the hards while he can. We've got Gear Kayla now under attack from Johnny, so that Mustang. It doesn't matter how good your start is, you're probably going to fall backwards. Ricky's the second of the Mustangs. Right, here we go. So Scary going around the outside of Footer. Use slightly less fuel. But Footer still has the fastest lap. Is that about to change? It is. Yeah, I'm pretty certain Falcon, well, he's certainly not got as high a top speed. These guys are doing basically 200 and he's in the, well, mid-90s. Mid-190s. So I think Gear Kalis is trying to stick with Young as best he can, but using the wall. And slowly losing ground, and Johnny is going to have him pretty soon, I imagine. Not into here though. And we've got Ricky and Chris in the two Mustangs. And it looks like they want to battle each other rather than work together. So now we have Scary with a lead bigger than the draft. And he's redlining that car. Scary's got lower gears. That'll make him a bit more fuel efficient. Not a huge difference on speed, or maybe a little bit, a couple of miles an hour. So see if Falcon's short shifting here. He is, and by quite a lot. So you got a talkie set up. Wrong view. That view. Yeah, he's only revving. Oh, okay, Scary's got a much more revvy one. But Fudder, Falcon, look like they've got more talkie setups. But Falcon is clearly fuel saving. I mean, Scary has used about a third of a tank, Fudder's used 3/4, and Falcon. So Scary's used 2/3 of a tank, there's a third left. Falcon's used about a third. There's about 2/3 left. So there's some tactics going on here. Scary's tyres looking much better than Fudder's. Fudder's probably in a net third here at the moment. But we'll see what happens. There's always mistakes. Yep, so Johnny's got past gear Kayla now. Oh, and then spinning. Actually, I think she was being lapped. Was she being lapped? Can't spin it. So I can't spin turn it. So Scary's got a healthy lead down there. Is Fudder coming in? No, he's staying out. He's got some pretty bad tyres by the end of this lap. He's got the fuel to make it though, so I think Falcon is going to really string this stint out. That looks like good tactics at the moment because he's only 3.7 seconds off the lead. Young may be trying the same thing. He's got the shorter gear, longer gear ratios. Sorry. Oh, we've got Johnny in. Yeah, out of fuel, knackered front right. But a long way ahead of Ricky, so I'm not going to worry too much about that. So I expect Fudder is going to be coming in. Falcon is now reeling him in, and that's just going to be down to tyre wear. Massive, obviously, well gone past a crossover point and the performance of those tyres. Don't expect to pull in, it does. And it looks like Scary is in the process of lapping Chris. I'm guessing has pitted. No, he hasn't. He's had a couple of bad laps, so he's been doing a bit of spinning out there probably. So Scary looking comfortable. It's going to be another good round for his championship, I think. He'll be in this lap. Falcon is... yeah, he's got several laps in hand there, hasn't he? Wonder if he's going to try the one stop. Could you do one stop? Nah, I don't think so, because he's going to need to get to something like double the distance, and he's not got the fuel, not yet anyway. Might be able to do a bit more fuel saving yet though. Itching to see if someone will do something a bit different. So Scary coming in. Yes, he is. Falcon's going to stay out. Young will be in. So how's Gear Kayla getting on? He's going to have to stop for fuel as well. I'm assuming he's going to make it to the pits. I think he might have just run out just as he's coming in. So Falcon's lead is about 25 seconds. And Fudder, who stopped earlier, is going to close that down to Scary. He's going to have the momentum to bring that in a little bit. Yeah, it's probably going to be about 2 seconds. I had to dab the brakes in the middle of that corner, so yeah, it is about 2 seconds. So we got Johnny out in the hards, Young out in the mediums, Fudder out in the hards, Scary out in the hards, and Falcon's still out on the hards. What's he going to manage? 2 more laps? It's not going to get him 1 stop though. The thing is, 27, he's got almost a pit stop lead. He can afford to lose time. So what's he going to do? Bit of battle damage on that car. So at the back we've got all the Mustang runners. Falcon is now lapping Ricky. Kayla is miles ahead of any of all the Mustang runners, but miles behind all the Camaros. So Falcon is maintaining pretty good pace here. I mean, he's got to run hards and mediums, so that does mean he's the condition of those hards. He needs to get past that, well, comfortably past that 15-minute halfway mark as he can. And I think he's probably going around his right-handers as carefully as he can. So what's his terminal speed around there? About 135. He's lost about a second on that lap, which is not bad. So this will be an interesting comparison. Tyre wear, fuel save. What's Scary's terminal speed going to be? About 145? Dropping a bit below, but he's picking it up though. So Falcon's not losing a massive amount of time in that final corner. But if he wants to do something interesting with the strategy, he's got to do more than 1 more lap. He needs to do 2 really. Even then I don't see how the mediums would last, but he'll be able to afford to lose about 25 seconds. So this is the kind of strategy I would have tried in the Mustang, because it's probably your only hope of beating these Camaros, who are way out in front. I mean, Kayla is now nearly a minute behind and is essentially on the same strategy as Scary Biker. So Falcon is going for at least 1 more lap. Is he going to get 2? I don't think so. It's always worth a try though. Try something interesting, something different, something unexpected. Put people under pressure who thought they might not be. And suddenly things can change. Yeah, Fudder's lost a couple of seconds to Scary. Still in touch though. He's within mistake range. Even a basic mistake is about 5 seconds. Oh, Falcon's in. Yeah, 16 minutes. He's going to go on. He's going to have to go on the mediums, but he could go hard. So this is not going to be a 1-stop though. Fill right up. He knows he can make it on fuel. Nah, he's short. Shit, he's short fueled. So he's going for faster. Let's go Scary past him. He's going for a faster stint. He's going to have superior tyres, similar fuel, but they're both going to have to stop again. Interesting tactics. And then say Fudder is not out of the picture. The rest is quite spread out. And get Canada can you probably just about see Johnny, but he's got to hope for mistakes really. And Johnny's who's that in the wall? Oh, it was Ricky, I think it was. It's a shame. I thought it was Scary Biker for a moment. Black car. So I'm guessing Falcon is now on full attack, full speed, and no fuel save. And with the better tyres, he's going to want to beat Scary on track. Both pit at about the same time. They both use a set of hards and mediums, so they'll probably both come out on mediums, so it's going to be a straight fight. But advantage Falcon at the moment, as long as he can get past. So setting fastest sector, but he needs to get past if he wants to turn that into a fastest lap, I should think. So he's trying tighter exit, use the superior grip of the tyres, but it's not having it. So get the run. Oh, Scary's hit the wall. Not quite fastest lap though. So it's a case of how much can he gap him. He's got, what's that going to be, about 3 laps maybe? I don't know. He has now more fuel, so Scary's really burning through that fuel. But he's probably not going to care because he's going to come out in the mediums. And then it'll be reversed because he's going to get probably at least a lap on better tyres while Falcon's going to be soldiering on. And Falcon can't copy him because he's ahead on the track. So how far back our footers? I would say he's had an issue, but it was about 4.5 seconds behind. He's now 8.5, so he's either made a mistake or dropped somewhere. He's been lapping pretty consistently though. Looks like he's going to be in as well. No, hitting the barrier. Scrub off some speed. He is coming in. Young can't go to the end on those tyres or that fuel. Get Kayla soldiering on. I don't think this Mustang is even good on fuel, is it? So yeah, Fudder is in. Young's going to follow him in. So look at that, 109s is, I mean, yeah, he's get Kayla's a second slower anyway. So Falcon has managed to put nearly 4 seconds on Scary. But he's going to do this lap. Yep, but Scary's going to come in. And you have to get a bit of a draft as well and get on the mediums, and it's probably going to do a short fuel. It depends what Falcon does. Is he going to come in this lap and try and cover that off, or is he just going to stick to a strategy which is 2 more laps? So how much fuel is he going to put in? Full tank. And hard tyres? No, it's on mediums, I was going to say. Surely that wouldn't be right. So, looks like that pit stop's about, well, including out, about, yeah, it's about 25 seconds or so. 30, really, including this getting back up to speed. Frodo about 9 seconds behind, but on hards, slightly less fuel. So let's see what Falcon does. He's in, and he was out of fuel, so that was his strategy. So I expect medium tyres and maybe a bit less than a full tank. Scary needs a really good outlap here. This needs to be a qualifying outlap. He's gone for the low line, he's going to go up high. So Falcon coming out the pits, it's a big lead. Scary can see it. He doesn't need the win though. Get Kayla down in 6th and in the wrong car. So yeah, Falcon. No, it's me. Falcon has managed to. What's the net lead? Put about 3 seconds, 4 seconds on him. And it's going to be 7. Quick look at it, see what else is going on. So Young will be going to the end. I'm guessing Johnny can. Kayla has stopped. Yellow flags, someone's spun. Ricky might have had an issue coming out. No, he's accelerating. I think he might be letting Kayla lap him. So 7 seconds. Even strategies. Looks like a good one by Falcon. Still holding that fastest lap as well. Gap fluctuating. Need to see some lap times really to see what's truly going on. So what other developments do we have for the last 5 minutes or so? 6 minutes. Young is absolutely in the middle of nowhere. As is Johnny. As is Gear Kayla, who's going to draft off Nana. So we've got Gear Kayla lapping Nana, and then we've got Falcon about to lap them both. That's a spread field. So we've got first lapping 6th, who's lapping 9th. Everyone gets out of the way nicely though. So we've got Chris, he's very much in the middle of nowhere. There's his Ricky. So that's probably a race. We're just looking for some catastrophic mistakes or something. So Falcon's improved his fastest lap. That might be the only battle. Can Scary get it back? Or is he happy being 5 places ahead of Gear Kayla? We should go on board with someone. Let's go on board with Fudder. Look around the car. Oh, that's quite gyroscopic, that, isn't it? Huh, didn't know the camera did that. That's pretty cool. I hate that centre console. Modern cars. We've got someone going slow. It's Johnny. Is he just getting out of the way of people? He's got someone coming up behind him in a Mustang. That viewer can't tell who it is. It's Nana, who is probably a lap down on Johnny, I imagine. Better tyres and better tyre condition, better tyres themselves. Is that interior better on a Mustang? Maybe a little bit. It's very quiet, that car, isn't it? South Park livery. Very good. And that lead is, yeah, gone up to 9 seconds, hasn't it? So he's put about a second and a half on Scary. Looking very comfortable, and he says that as he scrapes by. If he spins it there, he'll lose about 15 seconds. Scary's the right front's looking pretty bad. This will be his last lap though, won't it? So he'll be alright. So if it goes fully red though, he could. I know he's got 20 seconds over footer. You would lose all that, but it's only this is the last lap, so he's safe. That's what Gear Cane are doing. Just getting out of the way of Scary. Is that 1 lap or 2? He's on lap 24, Scary's on lap 25. Or lap 26, and Gear Cane is on lap 25. So Falcon is going to win. It's just going to click over final lap. Nicely done, good strategy. Scary will be second, they'll be happy with that, because Kayla's dead at 5th, and Young is behind him in 4th, and he missed the 2 sprint races, so that'll totally change that as well. And Fudder coming in for a podium. Yep. And Young will be 4th. And Ricky is somewhere else on the track, miles away. Oh no, he has crossed the line, he was there, that's actually in front of him. So we don't have a massive wait. Quick look at the results. Falcon, yeah, good strategy, fastest lap win. Scary, say, will be happy with second, because Kayla's down in 5th, and Young's behind him in 4th. Footer, solid podium. Got Johnny, Chris, Ricky and Nana, so 3 laps down for Nana, 2 for the others. It's a big field spread. That Camaro is way ahead of that Shelby. Should use this and get some success or balance of power, your own balance of power. Change the weight. But anyway, so be round 5, same time next week, 8:30 on a Thursday. See you there.